Hi everyone, I'm Josh.
And I'm KP. Welcome to Pillow Talk on Hatch Plus, where not having a good bedtime routine gives us the ick.
Yuck.
Yuck. Hi, Josh.
Hi KP, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. You know, lately I've been such a movie buff. That's kind of was my of the day. I watched a few movies today just to relax.
What did you see? Anything good?
Yes, I saw Manchester by the Sea. I've never seen that one.
Whoa. Sad, right?
And boy, was it. I had myself a little cry. Hard not to.
Yeah, I can imagine. If I watch something that sad, I have to bounce back with something silly afterwards, like a Bob's Burgers episode as a chaser.
Yes. I have been watching Scrubs, and that's one of the silliest things to watch. So I was able to put one of those on after and get hot air ballooned back up into sanity.
Perfect.
Yes.
My wife and I just finally saw Sinners.
Oh my goodness, isn't it good?
It's so good. We really enjoyed it.
I thought it was just incredible. I love being blessed with new IP. It's just so original. Yeah, horror is just very derivative sometimes of what came before. And I think this was just so unique. Loved it.
Even outside of horror, I feel like so many of the big spring, summer blockbusters we're getting are okay, it's the 37th Avengers movie, or it's the
Mission Impossible 8. Yeah.
Totally. And not that those can't be fun and exciting and enjoyable, but it is I just love when something feels new. And I also love seeing performers that I haven't seen before, like the young actor who played...
Oh, yes. Miles something. Yes.
He was so good.
He was incredible.
And I was like, ooh, I've never seen him in anything before, but what a bracing experience to just watch him have this explosive performance. Yeah.
Yeah. So much star power. Yeah. He's great. Wow. I love us getting into some media.
Love it. One thing I'd like to do tonight while we're here is take a ride in the pop culture time machine. KP, is there somewhere you'd like to take us tonight?
I would. I know we're still all so in the summer feeling, but I am eagerly awaiting my favorite season, which is fall. And I think it's such a great time for those comfort shows you love.
Absolutely.
You get your blanket, your fireplace, whatever's going on, and you rewatch that comfort show that you really need.
Yeah.
So I am going back to the year 2000 when Gilmore Girls first hit the scene.
Perfect choice.
And very fall coded. Even when it's not fall in the show, it's kind of a permanent fall in Stars Hollow.
That's right.
Yes, it's a Halloween town, but not the scares, just the cozy.
Just Connecticut.
Yes.
Just mulled cider.
Yes. There's just such a world that was built in this show, and I think that's what makes it so comforting. And very, very lucky, very exciting, that world is coming to the Hatch world.
Okay.
Because Hatch now has a Gilmore Girls Alarm. You know, the iconic la 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 las that are in the scene transition that can transition you from sleep to waking. So if you like to wake up to the sounds of Stars Hollow, now you can.
Oh, that's so fun. I bet people will love that.
I know. I think the la la las is a much more peaceful way to wake up than a blaring horn or something.
Oh, that's really lovely.
But Gilmore Girls has such a special place in people's hearts. And what makes it special for me is, of course, that I am also from Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives this great point of reference for people that are like, oh, you're from Connecticut. Because there are two very different parts of Connecticut. One is the beach.
Sure.
And then there is more of suburby, fall, Stars Hollow. That's more where I'm from. So it's a little nicer to say for me, oh yeah, I'm from Connecticut, like the Gilmore Girls part. So that gives a little point of reference to most people, which I enjoy.
What parts of Gilmore Girls feel really true to your experience growing up there?
I'm definitely from a larger town than Stars Hollow. Stars Hollow is clearly, from what I've seen, you go to the one coffee shop.
Right.
We had a few. And maybe it's just we're following Luke's Diner's loyalists.
Right.
Mine's definitely a larger than Stars Hollow town. But the things that feel true to me from the show are big importance on the college.
Mm-hmm.
You start talking college quite early.
A lot of talk about like Yale in Gilmore Girls.
I think my mom, knew that I wasn't going to Yale, so I never had that talk. I think my mom was okay with me not going to Yale. The dream died. But I do think that there's some expectation setting that, of course, I see. And that happens in every family. But to me, the part of Gilmore Girls that was always quite fun, too, was Emily is the grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the snoot.
Yeah, totally.
Of certain Connecticut families is quite funny. I don't have the snoot, but there was definitely some snootiness, some expectations of you will act a certain way or else you will embarrass us.
Mm-hmm.
That had a big thing. And Emily is, I think some would call coldly cruel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's an East Coastedness of the cold familial sense that sometimes exists. And again, these all exist everywhere. And these are just, of course, stereotypes for a show. But
I'm from Massachusetts, so I'm also from New England, and I've seen that kind of snoot.
Snoot, yes. There's some snoot there. And then I do like that people get very, very interested in the town halls, the PTA meetings.
Yep.
The direction our town is headed meetings are very well attended.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty important in Stars Hollow is everyone's got an opinion on what should be the new thing in the town, the changes, no change at all. And then one more of a very important, iconic Stars Hollow gazebo.
Of course.
We do have a gazebo in our town.
Yeah. I think that's such like a recognizable, like, oh, town center. This is like a little local landmark.
Yes. Yeah, the gazebo is very important. And then I know that Stars Hollow doesn't exist, but they seem to put it in the show that it's like 20, 30 minutes from Hartford, I think is what they put it. And my town is also 20 minutes from Hartford.
So this could have been your life.
If I had to guess, this is modeled on the town over from me, like Unionville. So this is maybe like a 15-minute drive, 10-minute drive from where I'm from. Unionville is way more of a one coffee shop gazebo, quite beautiful. It's like on a river. It does appear to always be fall there. The leaves are just permanently copper gorgeousness. There's antique stores aplenty. That one to me feels very Gilmore Girl adjacent.
One thing I love about Gilmore Girls is that everybody kind of always has the right thing to say in a very like TV way that's so fun and charming. Like everyone sounds exactly like themselves all the time. And they're always just like that rapid fire, like Amy Sherman Palladino banter and dialogue is so cool. I got to work with her a little bit.
Oh, lovely.
I worked a little bit on the last season of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and it's just like so fascinating to see the way her dialogue like takes shape over the course of like drafts of a script. It's really neat. And I think Gilmore Girls is such like a warm, comforting version of it where it's like banter between friends, even like banter between enemies, like frenemies is so fun and exciting.
I'm glad you brought that up because the frenemy is to me such an indisputable part of Gilmore Girls because
totally,
if you're just reading out the things that, perhaps Paris says to Rory or something, you were like, oh, that is a full hatred.
Yeah.
But it's more complex than that because it is like, no, there are tons of frenemies in this show or cruel, quote, things that get said, but it's like the tone is everything. The like, so much gets said, then it's like half of it is meant and the other half is like that there's an unspeakable bond between these people. I think it's very nice and I think it's relatable.
Totally. Especially like when you're a teenager, I feel like you have these really complicated relationships where when you're an adult, there's just more people you can like avoid if you don't have a good time with them, unless you work with someone or they're like your partner's best friend, you have more leeway to just like not hang out with the person who is like, oh, they're like me, but we don't like each other. And I think like that is such a real part of being a teenager of like, oh, I'm in competition with this kid just because we're the same age and are in the same classes.
Yeah. And it's like that age has so many of like, oh, well, I hate them, but of course I love them.
Right.
It's like they annoy me constantly, but they're my best friend.
Yes.
It's a lot of that in this show where it's like, yeah, technically they're frenemies, but it's like they're so linked.
Sure. Okay, I have a question for you as a
Mm-hmm.
Connecticut native. On Gilmore Girls, it feels like they're always having like a full town festival. Is that
Yes.
something that you've experienced? Because I had some, certainly, and some that were pretty weird in my hometown that felt very specific. But did
Mm-hmm.
you have that all the time? Like everybody's like, we got to go to the town square for like the moon festival or whatever.
Honestly, we did have quite a few. I must admit, there's like definitely at least one per season, but I would say
Hmm.
sometimes more than that. Is the Memorial Day one you cannot miss.
Sure.
And then there's a winter one where it goes really hard, where there's a snow machine kind of half pipe that gets built
Whoa,
in the middle of town
that's incredible.
so that people can like sled and ski right in the town center. Then there is a fall festival one. We do have quite a few town festivals. Yeah.
We had something every year at my high school called Carnival Ball, which was like a
Mm-hmm.
variety show slash there was like a weird like formal, almost like a cotillion element to it at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was like not just for students, like people from the town would buy and probably still do buy tickets and like
Mm-hmm.
watch the variety show. And it's like I love those weird little like idiosyncratic small town celebrations and excitements.
Yeah, we had St. Mary's Fair, which was always really
Ooh.
exciting because that would be where you could ride the Scrambler, which was a roller coaster that really hurt your brain.
Yep.
I think maybe in high school I thought I was too cool for some of them, so I missed a few. But
Yeah. The older you get, the more you're like, "Oh, I don't need to do like a sponge toss or like,
yes, yes.
but it is nice that there are those little like ways for people to come together.
And I think especially because the seasons change, it is nice to like herald them in these ways because it's like I was part of the caroling group. So we would carol, do
Oh,
winter
fun.
Christmas carols around. When you have 4 seasons, it's good to have a little festival to celebrate that. So that was what I wanted to hit, the television classic, Gilmore Girls. And I think we visited Stars Hollow perfectly. Where are you taking us?
Okay, I'm going a few years into the future. I don't know if it's just I'm getting older, so I'm less in the mix and like what young people are listening to or what's on the radio is less permeating my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I miss a song of the summer where like you hear it in your car, you hear it playing in a park, you hear it in Walgreens, you hear it like people are posting it in the background of social media videos. And so I'd like to take a ride back to 2013 in the pop
Ah,
culture time machine, where I feel like we had one of the last great songs of the summer.
I can't wait. Should I guess?
Yeah, I would
Oh,
love to
okay.
hear what your memory of 2013 is. Let me set the scene.
Please.
Iron Man 3 is in theaters, so this is not a time before IP. The jeans had never been skinnier.
I never.
Hmm. Um, Barack Obama
Yes.
just kind of kicking off his second term as president. And the song of the summer is, and I will accept two answers, but there's one that I prefer. It
Okay.
was dueling songs of the summer.
Well, for me, what I remember about that time is some like kind of boom clap na na naing of like,
Oh, yeah.
there was Bastille, Imagine Dragons. It was like that kind of,
Yep.
alt, and I use that nice and softly. So I guess one would be Pompeii Bastille.
Ooh, I'm going to look in the Pillow Fort Almanac and see when that song came out. Because that and like We Are Young by Fun feel like they're around that
Exactly.
time too.
Yeah, I have a backup answer too.
Wait, what's your backup answer?
Okay, my backup answer is, and I might be getting this way wrong, but could this have been Royals by Lord here?
I feel like that might have been a little later. You nailed
Okay.
it with Pompeii by Bastille coming out in January 2013, which is,
Wow.
yeah, incredible, Paul.
Oh, and Lord Royals was 2013. I did good.
Was 2013 too? Whoa.
June 2013.
So these are huge songs. But to me, the summer of 2013, the two songs that I was thinking were This Is the Controversial Choice,
Mhm.
Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke,
Oh my goodness. Okay.
but also another song that I think inescapable this summer, was everywhere. Every party, it felt like it played the beginning, middle, and end, is Get Lucky by Daft Punk.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I really love Robin Thicke from that other song, not to divert from your perfect 2 songs, but that other song, When I Get You Alone.
I don't think I know that one as well.
Oh my goodness. It's on my new karaoke list of things to try.
Ooh.
It's really great. I do think he has a great voice. I think he's a voice judge on a show now.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. I could make a lot of stuff up.
I never know. Like, if you were like, who are the judges on The Voice and who are the judges on American Idol currently, I would give you such a wild assortment of people. I would probably name like several dead people.
Yes. Now, here's what I'll say of the 2 songs you gave us, which is Blurred Lines and Get Lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I think, this is my POV, Blurred Lines did get a little irritating to me by the end of its run.
Yeah.
I was a bit turned off by the end of the summer. I would say, okay, I've had enough of this song. And that was the issue with having a song of the summer, was you couldn't escape it.
Right.
And it has a bit of a earworm quality that to me got a little old by the end.
Yeah. Whereas like Get Lucky was like, sure, I could stay up all night to get lucky.
And I'll say, I could still listen to that song and have a good time. To me, Get Lucky, I'm like, Daft Punk is incredible.
Yeah.
I really love most of their songs. And this one to me, even though it was played to absolute the max, it was played so much that year, I could listen to it now and be like, I get it still. It's a good song.
And there's something about it that both feels like contemporary and timeless.
Yes.
Where, you know, it feels like if you didn't know when that song came out and you saw like 70s footage of people roller skating at a roller rink and that was in the background, you'd go, oh, that makes sense. Or if you'd never heard it and it came out this week, you'd go like, oh, who's this new pop act? I gotta see what they're up to.
That is kind of the beauty of Daft Punk, is they're playing, sometimes it's futuristic sounding,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's timeless, sometimes it's funky. And Pharrell is the singer on that one, right?
Yes, I think so. And I think Pharrell produced the Robin Thicke song as well.
Oh, so these are 2 for a big summer for Pharrell?
I mean, it's always a big summer for Pharrell.
And now he's having Despicable Me summers.
I know. What was it? Happy was a big Despicable Me one.
Happy was huge.
That one was one that I thought was maybe a little too much as a song of the summer.
It was, and it was very PG. So at the
Mhm.
time I was teaching, and that song was just everywhere in schools.
Oh,
Because it
yeah.
was just a very like, this is a message we want to send to the kids.
We can feel good. We can be in touch with our joy. Wait, what age group did you teach?
Middle school.
Oh, that's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
I taught little kids preschool for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we had the easy listening radio
Yes.
station on at nap time. And so there are a couple songs that I remember from just like hearing them at nap time because they're like big, gentle pop hits of the day. And they were Bleeding Love by Jordan Sparks,
Oh, wow.
speaking of
Yeah.
American Idol.
Mm-hmm.
And then the group was called One Republic. And it was that song about being too late to apologize.
Oh, yeah. I remember that song well because when it came out, a teacher said, it's too late for Papa John's. And so we used to always sing that.
That's really funny.
Yeah. He liked changing the lyrics on that one.
That's great. Well, this has been a really wonderful kind of walk back through memory lane, and
I know.
looking forward to the Gilmore Girls Alarm as well. I think that's so fun.
Didn't it get you kind of excited for fall, the coziness?
I did. I'm always ready to get cozy, and
Mm-hmm.
frankly, I'm feeling pretty cozy right now. I think I could be getting to sleep already, actually. So, good night, KP.
Good night, Josh.